It's one of the difficult topics, and you are right. For some member states, it's important to have a clearer link between the data that we will use related to the recovery fund and the distribution of money through the recovery fund and the consequences of the COVID-19. And it's certainly one of the points that we need to tackle in the next days and weeks.
So, indeed, what the allocation key is concerned, there have been discussions like on other topics. I think here is important the way we approach it. First of all, we've done other simulations, for example, with the spring economic forecast, and you see there is no significant change in the allocation of the means. So this shows that it is very plausible. What is it composed of? There are many variables in that are strictly linked to crisis phenomena, but the variable in question is often, why are you relating to the last 5 years of unemployment rates? And if you look at the effects of the crisis, you see that the negative effect, the damaging effect, was of course prominent in member states that were not resilient enough in their overall structure to absorb the shock of the crisis. And therefore, rightly so, in the discussion with the leaders, there was a strong demand to take the funds of Next Generation EU, not only to address the crisis, acute crisis elements like in the health sector, for example, but to address through investment with reforms the deeper lying sources of the lack of resilience in member states who then had a worse outcome from the crisis. And if you link these two things, the variables of the crisis itself, the health effect, but also the vulnerability of economies being exposed to the shock and the inability to absorb this shock, this is very well represented in the unemployment rate over the last years. And therefore, we had this combination. I think it's worth to go in detail in explanations with the member states on that again, so that there's transparency and understanding why the things are as I just described. This is one of the important topics to discuss.
Thank you, Madam President. This concludes our press conference for today. Good afternoon to you all, and see you soon.